everybody off the bus calmly and quietly. Let me tell you how I got here. This story begins long ago. Well, actually not that long, probably about a year ago. As I've stated in previous posts, I do a lot of volunteer work with the youth nonprofit organization Habersham 4-H. One of the contests that we're involved in is called Cotton Bowl and Consumer Judging, which is where the kids judge different scenarios and items and determine which item would basically be the best bang for their buck, for their price range, and for their certain scenario. Now, I know this seems kind of frivolous because most kids their age get an allowance from their parents and spend all of it on chicken nuggets, but there are the occasional few who actually want to understand the material. I thought that I was such a good coach and that's why they were understanding the material, but then one day I overheard them talking about how if they spent their money at Wendy's instead of McDonald's and got the 4 for $4, then they could also buy the large drink. Not quite where I was going with that, but I'm glad they're kind of getting the gist. So as part of this training, we always take an annual trip to the Mall of Georgia in Buford, which is about 45 minutes from where we live. Now, if you've never taken one of your vacation days from work to take 20 preteens to the mall, I highly recommend it. It was a great time. I learned a lot of things. I learned what qualifies as lit and not lit, and also how to spill tea with my sisters. So, lots of great education going on. So the meat of our story is what happens on the way to the mall. Since there were so many of us, I was driving one van and the other 4-H leader was driving the other, down to Buford, which is where the mall is, about 45 minutes from where we live. Now, I've never claimed I was a very good driver, especially in a 15-passenger van. If you've ever seen Harry Potter, picture Ron Weasley when he steals his dad's flying car and crashes it into the Whomping Willow. That's about where I'm at. So I think you kind of see where this story is going. Well, about 15 minutes from our destination, we're approaching a stoplight, which is red, which you'd think means stop. Not to Ron Weasley. I just kind of kept going, and eventually the light did turn green to my very happy surprise. Well, I was like, oh, I don't need to stop, the light is green. So I keep going, but the cars that were waiting at the stoplight did not keep going, and didn't move. Wasn't it Albert Einstein who once said that an object at rest stays at rest unless acted upon by another force? Well, he was right. The minivan in front of me was very much at rest, and I acted upon it as another force. Let me tell you what's more fun than taking a vacation day to take 20 preteens to the mall. 20 preteens who don't even know the gas from the brake telling you how to drive as they pile out of the van because you have to swap information, check to make sure the kid's okay, and make sure the van is safe to drive to continue on the journey. The first thing you always want to hear in a situation like this is, gee, this is so going on my Instagram. And it did. All in all, it was a good trip. Once we got back on the bus, we were able to continue, and the nice man in the minivan didn't want to swap insurance, which is good because I don't have any. No, I'm just kidding. I totally have insurance. Thankfully, 4-H still lets me drive the kids around, and even after the 33rd time of hearing Baby Shark in a row, it's tempting. There have been no other accidents.